So background for reading in a CSV file, and what we've got going on here is a few different things that we need to understand about CSV files. So our learning intentions, by the end of this lesson you will know how to explain what a CSV file, that's a comma separated values file, so that's values separated by commas, create a CSV file, import a CSV file into a Python program, store the data in a list, and then clean the data and analyze the data after that. So first of all, what is a CSV file? So a CSV file is a comma separated values file, is a type of plain text file that uses specific structuring to arrange tabular data. Because it's plain text file, it can contain only actual text data. In other words, printable ASCII or Unicode characters. So it's really handy because it can store loads of data, and it's the lowest type of file storage. The structure of a CSV file is given away by its name. Its values separated by commas. Normally CSV files use a comma to separate each specific data value. Here's what the structure looks like. So you've got something like this: column 1 and name, column 2 name, column 3 name, then you might have the first row data 1, first row data 2. So you might have specific things all separated by commas. And you'll always notice in CSV files that the first kind of column will match up on each row. So that column 1 name will match up with the first row data, second row data, and so on and so forth. So again, notice how each piece of data is separated by a comma. Normally the first line identifies each piece of data, so that's the normal kind of practice there, where you've got the header and in other words the name of the data column, and every subsequent line after that is actual data and is limited only by file size constraints. So in general, the separator character is called a delimiter. So that's what the separator character is called, and it doesn't have to be a comma, but the comma is not the only one used. Other popular delimiters that you can use to separate the values include the tab character, the colon, the semicolon characters. Properly parsing a CSV file requires us to know which delimiter is being used, and we're just going to use commas, so that's going to be easy, but just in case it ever comes up. And one quick example of this here, so I've got a salary data CSV file, and basically in this we've got, in our first row, you'll notice the header kind of row there, you've got years experience and you've got salary. So notice how there's two columns there, and they match up then with, so the years experience here, which is a bit bizarre, 1.1 years experience that person has, and they have a salary of €39,343. Somebody has 1.3 years experience, they get a bit more money. You can see here 2 years, they actually get less than that person with 1.3, but that's the kind of general form of it, where you've got a header, years experience, and salary. So that's two columns matching up with the row data after that, which is kind of years experience, salary, years experience, salary. And see you in the next video for the next part of this.